What's happening? This is your boy El Ray, cooking in the cooking in my hometown forest. Y'all know what it is, man. Feeling good, feeling good. I'm going on almost. I think I'm starting week 3 soon. Really starting to clean up that inside, coming off of everything. No stimulants, no uppers, no downers. I did a good job of I even got off of YouTube for about a week just to make sure, I wasn't cheating with all the shorts and scrolling. It's amazing. I'm trying to put everything in that I can right now to rewire and bring this thing all the way across the finish line as best as I can, to get my focus where it needs to be. Because things are still not popping off the way I want them to when it comes to finances and shit like that. But it's funny because as I'm still not doing great with making good money or anything like that, it's like the things my passions that I want to do, the passions that I'm working at are becoming clearer, and I'm becoming more confident in them. I'm starting to only fear itself, realizing that the collapse of my imagination is the only thing that's really going to stop me from being able to go out there and get after it. Uh, I think I'm going to not rebrand, but make another channel dedicated to basically two passions I have beyond what I kind of use this channel for, which is for nutrition and philosophy. Because that's big for me, man. I really love those subjects, but I realize that I want to keep posting more and kind of grow something, and it might be able to help with helping other people, and in turn it comes full circle. If not monetary, just straight vibes, energy, connecting with other people, because I'm in a small town, bro. I'm in a small town, realistically, and it doesn't mean that I can't make the party here. I actually plan on to. In fact, I want to use this to maybe connect with others around me, within 10, 15 miles, and, excuse me, get it going here too, because I really want what I love to do, bring music, put on DJ sets, yum, out here, you know what I'm saying? But sticking to my guns, staying to my disciplines has been incredible. I don't feel like I have the power at this time to mess around, because sometimes I believe this is all in my head. Well, scratch that. I believe this entire thing is all in my head, and if you could control your mind, you control your emotions, you could really kind of navigate these waters. You might not be able to influence this thing completely in that way, and you might, but it might take tremendous amounts of leveling up and its own divine timing and grace and yada 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 kind of influences that. But that's kind of the big reason why I said, I'm gonna get real sober. Real sober, not Cali sober. What I mean? No, not trying to be sneaky with smoking, and because I never drank really to begin with, but I do like to smoke. I do like my psychedelics, and I do believe all those. They have attacks on your nervous system and on your mind. And you think you're going there for creativity sometimes, but sometimes it's hard to be creative when your physical world doesn't feel like it's doing the best. And that's my problem with that. So until my physical world catches up with what I got going on inside me, when the outside world and the inside world basically become into harmony, I really have no reason to keep going in there and keep messing about, and it cost me a couple days, because sobering up to what sometimes feels like a depressing reality, it really spins me out personally, and I'm like, fuck, I don't want to do this, man. So, dude, I didn't get let go of my job, but the guy I work for, I cut trees, I'm a groundsman on a tree company, he's just not bringing in work because he's got his own things going on. And I'm like, damn, bro. So I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna do for work now that's gonna line up well with uh, you know, me being able to still get to training, because I can't miss that. I think training is a crucial piece of my discipline. I just want it to be a part of my reality. It's not even I am. I'm making it part of my reality. I know that as I pursue my other dream with music, my other passion with music, that might take me and not allow me to be on the mats at all times. So I figure I make it a part of my life now, so one day when I can't be on the mats at all times, I have already a great foundation and base. So when I get to go there, I'm sharp, and I could train on the road. I could train wherever I'm at with whatever country I'm in. All I gotta do is bring myself and a gi, and get going. So yeah, I guess I'm just trying to keep it real, keep it posted. I'm gonna just keep it documented as I go through this thing. I had a homie in the comments the other day talk about, like two homies actually, it's about what you put into your inner world. It really is. That self-love is so crucial, especially in times of frustration or aggravation. I'm a bit in the financial situation that I'm in because of myself. So but I read this book called The Four Agreements, and it's like, don't blame yourself, just accept responsibility. So it's like, that was going to happen no matter what, because of the personality. And then this is, again, my personal philosophy. I believe our choices, until we bring out deeper levels of consciousness and awareness about ourselves and our actions and our choices and our reactions, that you're just going to go out there and do what you're going to do. You're going to be reactive. You're going to chase whatever it is to fill whatever you need to make you feel even. And it's not good or bad. I think it just is. But what is it that makes me have something to reflect against, where I'm like, I don't want this to happen anymore because it doesn't feel so good, So maybe there is this personal good or bad for you and what you're trying to do here, But I do try to surrender to it. But I don't need to shoot myself in the foot anymore. I'm just working on building a base and a foundation. Granted, each day I get to wake up and work at it. So, I mean, however it happens, it's gonna happen. But I'm just working on the things that I gotta work on right now, because I believe that's what, even though they're not paying me, they're what I want to do. So there's something to be said about the day that your passions could turn into your work, and that's a cool thing. That is a really cool thing. But until then, I got to keep plugging it in and keeping a cool mindset, and not let myself become overwhelmed with, oh shit, I got to work this shitty job, or I got to go get another job here, or go work at it. It's just like, put that pride aside, do what you have to do. Be grateful that you're not being forced to go do something that you don't want to do, and not get to have any time to do things that you are passionate about, because that's a real reality for people. And I look to not compare so much anymore, because it robs me of what I got going on for me. But there is this kind of thing, I believe too, that we kind of help each other by learning from each other, playing out our own lives. So I do try to keep focused on myself, but it's just like, damn, that is a reality for some people, that they're not even getting to, that they're just in a deeper level of survivability in some places of the world, in some places right in my backyard probably, you know what I'm saying? But I'm sure that for those who deal with that is for whatever reason it is for them. And to take the burden off of me for thinking like that, I just need to move forward with what I got to move forward until it tells me you can no longer move going in that direction. The car is crashing, you're going to survive, but you're going to need to change direction from here on out. So it's this is why I like trying to get nice and clear and calm and work on refocusing my mind through the meditation, through the breath work, through a very, a grounded diet, through my training, and that self talk, how I'm talking to myself every day, because it really matters. It really does. And I'll get where I get in this lifetime, I suppose, but being patient is a challenge for me. I struggle with that, but I'm getting better at it. You know, being patient with patience is another thing. It's like, how do you even be patient? You have to learn how to be patient with becoming patient. And then learn how to take action in that in the time being to fulfill what feels like these contracts that need to be taken care of for myself to operate. Keeping the house clean, doing the chores, and managing like being responsible with the small things that lead up to the opportunities to work at what I want to work at if I was given the ability to work on a daily basis. And I don't think this would be something that anybody else couldn't plug and play if they were in a spot right now that they're like, I want to move forward with going after something that I'm passionate about. No matter what their age is, no matter what their condition is, no matter what their gender, no matter what, whatever their background is, if they know they have a passion, something genuinely sitting with inside themselves that they could feel with their heart and their mind, because that's the thing I've been confused about. Is like, are these dreams even real, or am I just trying to fulfill a void? Is this something really authentic? Like, authentos is the etymology of that, to write. It's like to be able to write your own story. It's like you are the writer of this. How real can you make it be? How real can it come from you? What's up, Frankie? And that's what I'm looking to do. I'm not trying. I don't want to do this to. I'm sure the ego always wants to come and play and be loved and fulfilled at some point. Vanity is one of the greatest, downfalls of man. But I think that if you could really get into like to who you are, to what you are, to be able to get past that noise and really dig deep, because surely some of the things I've read and heard, and is that beyond this there is no you, there is no self, so how could something want anything if you're from nothing? You know what I mean? That it's just pure peace. But even going after that just to be is its own thing. So in the meantime, somewhere in between that, I came into reality, the me, and I'm gonna let this homie rock because I'm enjoying his time. I don't think I am that person that's gonna go out there and just go all deep and just pour his life into just trying to study nothing but occult and esoteric knowledge and just strip away every single piece of layer of myself. There's already enough ability to do that on a day-to-day here by just fasting and abstaining from the constant stream of noise and distraction that is and temptation that is presented to you in forms of your desires at all times, which you've created for yourself. Like, this whole world was created for you. So, being able to just navigate through that and kind of live in the masses, but be monk-like as best as I can, is a pretty powerful thing, while still going after what I believe is very pure, such as music, martial arts, philosophy, taking care of yourself, helping others reach their own level of clarity without being stepping and like, let me help you, because the pathway to hell is paved with good intention, surely, but just being yourself and really staying true to that and learning that constantly. Every day is an opportunity to know yourself a little bit more, from the time you were born, possibly before you were born, and up to where you're at now, you know. So that's it. One day at a time, man. Plugged in, you know, I had some, I'm gonna do that on another video, just talking about those down days that I had while I was sober and off. Man, they were some wicked spins, wicked swings. Whew. But that's why that's why I believe right now it's just like one of the most raw things you could do is just sober up and just face where you're at with life. Don't escape it. Just meet it head on. No fear. Just white knuckle that mother. You know what I'm saying? Be like, let's go. What do you got for me, man? What has gone on while I haven't been here fully present? Let me see what I can do. Let me see how I can help. Let me love it all. Let me accept it all. You know. So, whew. Deep breaths, and we'll continue this journey, man. I thank y'all for sticking around and enjoy the day, man. Enjoy the day. Peace.